So if you have questions, please shoot.
Concerning the speech issues, have you considered to replace the sensors that you were thinking putting as implants and just using purely optical means like short wavelength microwaves or things like that?
Optic, you mean by using a video to do lip reading, or?
Just sending light, weak light beams, and to get them by interference or things like that.
Right. I know that there are groups doing this. We haven't done that yet, so we would like to focus on the muscle signal. But you are quite right. This is another type of technology which could be used for that. So I think there are some others. There are groups who are using radar. There are groups who are using light, and there are groups who are doing optical recognition by doing lip reading. And I think every technology has its issues and problems and limitations and challenges. We are trying hard to capture the muscle movement, because I believe that first of all you can do this with the devices which you then put on the face just by moving them towards the face. So I think that's a good thing, and it's a very robust, hard to disturb signal.
Are these brain activity signals for recognizing numbers or words somehow person independent or even language independent?
I very much think it's person dependent. I mean, this system was person dependent, was working for one subject, but even in the long run, for our applications we have seen so far, it's very tough to do this person independent. Language independent in this case, yes, because we ask the person to think of pronouncing something. So you would think of saying 10, and then of course if you do this in Spanish or German, it would be a different word, so it would be different pronunciation. I think I have a translation device, so you might also ask your questions in Spanish or Basque.
Yeah, one question. As far as I know, when you have a speech recognition system and you train it, sometimes it may be the case that if the speaker, for whatever reason, let's say he gets sick, the system may not recognize his voice anymore, and the system fails. Is this a risk with brain activity as well? Is it less likely, more likely?
You mean that I mean, it's less likely because the acoustic is affected by your sickness, but the motor unit innervation is not, I guess. No.
Depending, for instance, on whether you're depressed or particularly anxious for whatever reasons, let's say excited because the next day you have an exam, something like that, could the system stop working or not recognizing you as yourself because you're not in usual brain activity? Because I take it, you said before that it took this person who was particularly good with his willpower, like this yogi guy. If you need a yogi to train the system, probably you won't be able to train it at all with most population, right?
Right. I mean, first of all, we do not want to train the system. We want the system to adapt to the user. But still, so you are quite right. I think we are not there yet with EEG-based recognition to have a really very accurate system. So there's a lot to do and a lot to go. And I also agree that your brain patterns change quite drastically once you're excited or nervous or depressed. Agree, yeah. So I think there's a long way to go, and I don't really sure to what extent the EEG has a high enough resolution space-wise in order to do so. So what we're currently investigating is near-infrared spectroscopy, which gives a better spatial resolution to see what's there. Yeah.
Still very impressive research.
Thanks.
¿Hay más preguntas? Ella puede contestar en castellano, en euskera, cualquier pregunta que alguien de la audiencia quisiera hacer. Bueno, pues si no hay más preguntas, les pido un nuevo aplauso para nuestra conferenciante por la magnífica charla que nos ha dado.